Hey there YouTube, it's JP Dunphy, your brand specialist at Maserati the Main Line. In today's video, I'm just going to be going over how to do and make sense of all the buttons in your new Maserati. If you are new to the brand, or even if you haven't been in it for a few years, seeing the new layout and where everything is. With that, let's get started. Most of these are pretty straightforward. Obviously, unlock, lock, press twice to open the trunk, press twice to remote start. On the back side of the key, you do have this little tiny button right here to release your solid key to get in the door if the key fob is ever dead or the battery dies. Moving here to the door, obviously we have all of our normal controls. You have your lock and unlock buttons right here, window locks, front and rear windows, and of course, side mirror control. Now this second one is for folding the mirrors in manually, and of course, selecting left side and right side. There is a little tiny light that will light up whenever you are currently changing those ones. D-pads to change those around. Moving down to right here, you have all of your light controls. Honestly, I would suggest leaving it on auto because that's simply a set it and forget it. You have your headlight adjustments. You can adjust it up and down a little bit, as well as your dash brightness. And of course, your start stop button on the left side of the steering wheel right down here. Moving to your steering wheel itself, you have all of your driver's assistance controls right here. If you didn't see the video I made on that, you can find that right up here in the upper corner. I'll have a link to that right there. And on the right hand side, let me block that sun for you. And on the right hand side right here, you have your phone, voice control, and excuse me, and your center display for your gauge cluster controls. So that's what these little guys are right here. And this was used to control this little display right here. So pressing up on that goes through all of your various display options. You have your main menu, vehicle info, driver's assistance, which is visualization, trip computer, start stop, and stored messages, vehicle settings. Now whenever you see that little tiny press that play, that basically means this guy is also a push button, so you can still give that a press to bring you in. You can press the back arrow right next to it to bring you back out. And with that, those are all your main settings for right there. Window controls, obviously push forward to wash. You have mist control, wiper control, obviously all the way up, further up you go, faster it goes. And of course, turn signals. Upshift, downshift, and center. Let's go into the area real fast. Everything on here, I did do another video. Again, I'll have you linked into the upper corner or in the description down below to be able to find that video going over your new infotainment system. But obviously, everything on here, relatively straightforward. You have everything from your heated seat and steering wheel when equipped, passenger heated seat over there, voice control for your onboard assistant, and then all your quick options right down here. Hard buttons for all of your HVAC if you don't want to use the HVAC system right here. So temperature up and down, same thing on passenger side, max AC, auto, manual control for the fans, manual control for where the heat or cool air goes. Give a little press to this guy down here, right in the center, and that will bring out your charge ports as well as your wireless charging tray. That does pop out. You can pull that out pretty far if you need to. Push back in. It is kind of one of those little ratcheting ones. So you know exactly where that is. Moving down to right here next to your shifter, you have your, excuse me again, I'm so terribly sorry. You have your traction control. Idle start stop, so that's the one that turns on and off the engine. Whenever you're stopped at a stoplight or at a stop sign for a certain amount of time, that only works whenever your engine is fully warm. It does not work when it's already cold. So after it's up to temperature, that's when that starts to work. ICE, that's the increased comfort and efficiency mode, and sport mode. And if your car is equipped, so if you have a Levante or any of the ones that have adjustable suspension, that'll be the button down here. It looks like a little tiny damper that switches you between comfort and sport. Options for that. Then you have your electronic park brake right below that. Let me pull it out here so you can see exactly where this is. You pull it up to put it on. You'll get a little tiny indicator right up there. Now, you can't push this button down, so you do pull it up a second time with your foot on the brake to turn it off. Now, everything right to the right of this is going to be your volume control, the upper one. So, turn it up for volume control. The lower one is going to be for your tuning. So as I turn that forward, you see it tunes through whatever medium you're currently using. Turn the whole thing off by simply giving a press right there. Muting and browse/enter. Now that will change depending on which one you're in, but obviously that gives you access to all that. For your shifter itself, there is a small button on the back here. You will need to kind of pull that trigger in to be able to select gears. It's not going to do it right now because the car's not on, but press for park, pull the button in, and pull towards you for drive. There's a kind of half push up for neutral and a full push forward for reverse. Bump the whole thing to the left when it's in drive to get the manual shift mode. And in manual shift mode, you will have a little M option up here. Actually, let me just turn this on so I can show it to you, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right then, so let's do this again. Pull for drive. Little drive up there, normal. Bump to the left, manual. Once it's in that, you'll see there's a manual mode up here. Now I can either pull it toward me to shift through the gears manually right here, or I can use the shifters right here to switch between gears. To get back to normal drive mode, just simply bump this right back to the right, boop, and it's back in normal drive mode. Sport mode, and increase comfort and efficiency. Press that button right there for park. Last little thing to kind of keep in mind, you do have a 12 volt in here as well as a small vent. Obviously to the right is open, to the left is closed. So if you ever have anything in here you need to keep a little bit cooler, maybe a fresh sandwich, something like that, you will find that over here. Passengers all get the same thing for where they are. They have their window controls and door lock. And last but not least, looking up, you have your home link options right here. You have your lighting options, center dome, and reading lights respectively. Main dome and the entire car. Parking sensors, tilt feature, and open and close for your sunroof. Trunk control, right up here. And your roadside assistance right there for you to use there. Anyone who's curious, this guy is still a manual open and close sunroof, so you won't have to worry about touching anything for that. When you press the open button on here, it will pull the sunroof with it as you go. And with that, let's go show you the last couple things in the trunk. So this particular one I'm in does not have the feature that I was looking. Sorry, I didn't look at the spec sheet before I did this part. If you have an automated assisted opening and closing, you can kick to open. So if you didn't see that video, I'll link that in the description below. Otherwise, you have either a manual closing trunk. Let me reaffix that. That's a little nicer. You have a manual closing trunk. You'll either have buttons right here for closing and locking the full car. If you have a Levante, it'll be down here on the side. So therefore you don't have to reach all the way up to get the tailgate. And with that, that's a quick overview of all the various buttons, a quick look at what their features are, how to use them. Again, in the description, I'll have links to all the other deeper dives into those systems as you go forward. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any other suggestions on videos you'd like to see, please leave that in the comments below. And thanks for being with us. Have a great rest of your day.